Sao Paulo, the largest city in Latin America and home to over 12 million people. As a Chinese Canadian first time in Brazil, I was amazed by all the diverse neighborhoods. But on top of that, I had a very important question. How was the food? In the process of finding answers, I stopped by random spots around the city. And in my previous videos, my food adventures took me to places like the famous Mercado market to try the very popular Mortadella sandwich. I also came across a unique all-you-can-eat buffet in the Japanese-influenced district of Liberdade. So if this is your first time here, it might be a good idea to watch those videos first. As for today, I will stop by a few more spots to try some more random food, and will also share my honest opinions and reactions as a tourist. What's good, everybody? This is CP and I'll be your crappy tour guide for today. So let's not waste any more time and 走起吧. While exploring the famous Avenida Paulista, I randomly came across a place called Croasonho. Croasonho is a place known for its croissant sandwiches and other tasty snacks on the go as well. It seemed to be a very popular place to grab a quick bite for many people, and I decided to go with the presento Queijo, which roughly translates to the ham and cheese croissants. As you can see, they also give you the option to add bacon along with different types of cheese and accessories. You can also choose to either get the small, medium, or large size for your croissant. It looks like my sandwich is being cooked in the oven. Okay, so it's ringing. I'm gonna get my food. Thank you. Obrigado. I decided to go with the medium-sized croissant, and as you can see, it isn't the biggest, but the presentation was really tempting and made me want to eat it right away. The sandwich is a little bit more cheesy than I expected, so it's not amazing, but I guess I wanted to try it, so it's not bad. So overall, my experience with Croasonho was good, but taste-wise, the ham and cheese croissant wasn't amazing. I only had one item there, so I can't say the same about everything else on the menu. But I could see myself going back a few times to try other things in the future, especially the barbecue, pepperoni, and the pot meat, which I think might be better than the ham and cheese. Before I move on, I just wanted to quickly say that it would be greatly appreciated if you want to stay up to date with all my videos and watch me make a fool of myself in random destinations, make sure you subscribe right now, and I'll love you forever. I promise. Moving on, another interesting place I visited was the Casa de Pão de Queijo. I actually came across this place a few times around the city and finally decided to try it out at the airport. It appears to be a well-known Brazilian chain famous for its cheese bread, but they also offer other things such as sandwiches, pastries, and sweets as well. I decided to go with the beef rice with cheese, along with a pastry puff with meat and beans and an iced tea. On top of that, I also got one of their classic grilled sandwiches with ham and cheese. This puff inside is like a little bit of beans and meats. Wow, this iced tea is really sweet. It's like a peach iced tea, but it tastes really sweet. It kind of reminds me of the Nasty, like back in the day when they had iced tea. It tastes pretty good, but this cheese or substance is pretty strong, so I probably won't put too much onto my rice and meat. I'm still not used to it yet. So I decided to get another sandwich for 25 reals and then coffee for 8 more, so it works out to 34.50. And It's sort of like a ham sandwich, but it's grilled. So that's why it took so long to make, and I'm gonna try one. It kind of tastes a little bit like a Big Mac. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good for 25 reals. I'll probably give this 9 out of 10. So I'm just about to finish my meal and it was pretty good. Overall, I give this 8.5 out of 10. Almost a 9 even, just be generous. Overall, I would say I liked the grilled sandwich the most and would probably go back to try other flavors. On the other hand, the beef rice was okay, but the cheese was a little strong for me. Meanwhile, the pastry puff was a very decent surprise, and as a snack I would definitely have again in the future. For 15 years of good luck, hit that like button now and activate your good fortunes. Do it now. Moving on, I found another interesting Brazilian chain restaurant called Vivenda do Camarão, located in the beautiful Shopping Pátio Higienópolis. For those unaware, the Shopping Pátio Higienópolis is a beautiful shopping center located in a very nice neighborhood in Sao Paulo. The interior is beautifully designed with several floors and plenty of stores and food for shoppers to spend a day. In my last video, I showed you guys one of the meals I had was at the Mania Prime Steakhouse. I had the bife de chorizo combo with rice. To find out more about what I thought about the steak, make sure you watch that video too. This time I stopped by a place called Vivenda do Camarão, a famous Brazilian chain restaurant for shrimp and seafood. I had their Camarão Oriental, which came with rice, chips, and a salad. It was okay, but not the best shrimp I ever had. But if I were to go back, I would probably try their other shrimp combos from the menu to get a better opinion. So overall, I think this is a good place to hit up if you're a shrimp lover and want to grab some seafood on the go. To finish off the meal, I grabbed a quick cup of espresso at one of the coffee shops and a small snack to wash down my meal. The food court on top of the shopping center is a very peaceful place to enjoy a meal and spend a quiet afternoon in Sao Paulo. I'm not sure why, but the few times I got an espresso in Brazil, they always gave me a small shot glass of carbonated water to go along with it. So I found another random cafe store and it's called Cristelo 1953. This one costs 6 reals, so about $2 Canadian, so we'll see how it goes. And here is a look at the cafe. It's pretty chill. People really like to sit and relax and enjoy their coffee. Along with the cup of coffee, they give you this small cup of water-like substance, but it doesn't really taste like water. So I'm gonna go up and ask the lady what this is and see what they tell me. So after asking the lady, she gave me this answer. So agua con gas, so really translate to water with gas. It's like Sprite with sweet or no sugar. It's pretty different. I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so I don't know if this is a common thing in Brazil. So if you know why, please comment in the section below. I had a little more free time at the airport and decided to look around for some more food. They had a few interesting shops I wanted to try, but I wasn't too hungry, so in the end I went looking for snacks instead. The snack that caught my eye were these cebolla salsa flavored ruffle chips. In my opinion, I think all dress is the best flavor of all time for Ruffles chips, so if you haven't tried them yet, make sure you do so one day. However, these cebolla salsa were pretty good as well, and I'm not gonna lie, I would probably give them around 8.5 out of 10 for flavor. I'm gonna try out this bag of chips I got from Sao Paulo. It's cebolla and salsa. See how it tastes good. I'm so hungry right now. Not bad. It actually tastes like sweet onion. It doesn't taste much different from sweet onion, so I think that's what it's called. It's pretty good.
only you can get in Brazil. Yeah.
If you want me to be your crappy tour guide for other places and random food adventures, make sure you subscribe and check out my playlist for my other crappy videos. Go watch them now before I delete them all tomorrow. 走起吧。